The 2018 film Upgrade, it is a good movie in my opinion. This shows the possibility of how dangerous artificial intelligence can be, and it tells a very good story as well. This film reminds me of RoboCop meets the $6 Million Man. So the story of this film is that Gray Trace, played by Logan Martian Green, he is a technophobe. He doesn't like technology. But when him and his wife are mugged and leaves him paralyzed and his wife dead, then in comes Aaron. He convinces him to accept a stem implant, a chip that will allow him to walk once again. When I had saw this film for the first time over a month ago, I was like, man, what took me so long to watch this movie? There are some interesting things that went on in this film, such as Gray's fight for his humanity, dealing with this artificial intelligence, as well as everything that happens to him in this movie. Not just that though, but I like the dark humor, the characters, and the action scenes were just awesome to say the least. Nonetheless, though, while this is not a perfect film, it still has a lot that goes on in this movie that keeps you engaged all throughout it. This film reminds me of the first film movie that came out that same year. And not just that, both main characters, they go through an ordeal, and then they get this voice in their head, and then they turn around murdering people. That's what this film reminds me of. And speaking of which, Logan Marshall Green, reminds me of Tom Hardy just a tad bit because he looks like him just a little bit, don't he? And his character, Gray Trace, well, it's some good character development for him, but I don't feel like there's enough for other characters. Bernadette Hardy, who had played Fist, he looks like he could be your next door neighbor. He doesn't look intimidating. In fact, it looks like it could have been a side story with him, but we never spent enough time with his character. And speaking of which, Betty Gabriel, who had played Detective Cortez, she don't get a lot of character development really here either. She's like the detective that solved the big case. And this is a spoiler warning, but when Stem eventually takes over Gray, it's a sad thing because it shows that he didn't understand this technology fully and he went with it. Look what happens to him at the end of the film. There is some good story making, and this is a movie that, wow, I couldn't believe that the story that it had. It's not one of the best films I've ever seen, but it's certainly very entertaining. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. This is a thought-provoking and solid sci-fi film in my opinion. There is a lot of things that goes on that makes you really question the interactions of man and machine. Are we headed towards this future? Should we really rely on technology as much as we do today? Those are questions that people will be asking themselves when watching this movie. And what's interesting, this film was made by Blumhouse Productions, who are more known for their horror films. So when I had first saw this movie, I was like, wow, this is a surprisingly good movie from that company. And this is not a original concept. We've seen this before in so many films over the years, where a man takes his revenge on the bad guys because they took someone important away from him. Granted, this is not a spectacular movie, but there was enough in here that kept me entertained and I had an enjoyable time as well. And that's my review of the film Upgrade. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this film. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.